Hey guys, what's up? I am going to do a video about bullying and depression. Putting the two together is, my way of thinking about it, because a lot of the time depression is either made worse or is caused by bullying. So I decided to, instead of just doing a depression video, of doing a bullying and depression video, because those are two very serious problems in nowadays society. And the reason that there's bullying is because nowadays, as people, we don't respect each other. I don't think we ever really respected each other as people, but it gets worse. It gets worse every single day. It gets worse every single day. We hate each other. We hate other people's family. We hate other people's animals. We abuse other people with words, or we threaten other people with words. And I'm not saying that I haven't done that, because I have. I have threatened people before. But, the reason that I have threatened people was because they weren't being nice first. And that's the problem. I am trying to currently teach myself to kill people with kindness, because kindness apparently kills people. But, a lot of the times people don't know what people are going through, and then people say things and make what that person is going through worse than it is already. And everyone has different ways of dealing with things. Like, everyone can go through the same situation, and I guarantee everyone would handle it completely differently than someone else does. Some things that are like, some people that go through something that is really, really, really hard on them is like, I don't know what it's like. It's like drinking water for somebody else. That was a lame, very, very lame example, but that's how it works. But my point of that was that, what is hard on someone is easy for someone else. And because of that, because of all those differences, because of someone going through something and handling it different from someone else, or someone not even caring what that person is going through and saying something anyways, it hurts that other person. Bullying is not just something in school. It can be anywhere, but it mainly does occur in school. Bullying can be at your work. It can be at Walmart. It can be while you're walking down the street innocently. And, one thing, I came to a new high school last year, and, I'm on student council, and the principal wanted to do a thing on bullying, and I was like, okay, I'm on board for that. But then he was like, bullying is not, it's doing something physically, or it's doing something repetitively without the other person being okay with it. And then he was like, picking on someone is different from bullying, and I was like, oh, nope. And actually, everyone on student council got lazy, and then they just let the whole idea go, and that made me mad. But nothing I can do about that now. My point of that is bullying is not just physical, and it can be verbal. Verbal bullying is very common, and picking on somebody, whether you believe it is bullying or not, it is bullying, because picking on somebody can hurt that person. Bullying is when someone causes somebody else pain through one of their actions. So if somebody, let's say you have Bob, you have Bob and Jimmy, and Jimmy goes and he walks up to these people and he just starts dancing. Well, Bob doesn't like that, and Bob calls him creepy and weird and a freak. That makes Jimmy sad. Jimmy was just having a good time, and Jimmy was just enjoying life, and then Bob ruined it all. And, that's the thing. I mean, it's just hurting someone else's feelings and hurting someone, and especially if it's physically, that is hurting somebody. You don't hurt somebody physically just because you don't like them. And a lot of the time, bullying is someone calling someone a name or threatening someone, but they don't even know each other. That person that just made fun of that other person, Bob that just made fun of Jimmy, they don't ever communicate. Jimmy has never said anything to Bob, and Bob has never said anything to Jimmy other than you're creepy and weird. And, that's another thing that hurts people. It's like, you just told me that and you don't know me. So, it's a mixture of things. And if you are going through depression, don't keep it to yourself and don't make yourself feel like you're going through it alone, because most likely you aren't the only one who has gone through that. There are probably a lot of other people who have gone through the same situation. And you should probably tell somebody when you're in depression. Probably. You should tell someone when you're in depression, because it's never a good thing when you're in depression. And everyone goes through depression. Everyone gets really sad and gets to a point in life where they just don't know if they want to keep going forward. And, like I said, it's different for other people. And it comes at different times through different situations with other people. So, if you're in depression, make sure you tell someone about it and talk to somebody about it, because it is important that you tell somebody about it. And if someone is bullying you, a lot of the times commercials or people will say, go tell a teacher, go tell an adult. Almost 95% of the time the adult will say, don't worry about it, just ignore it. That's just how it works. And so, ignoring them is a good thing, but sometimes it can be hard, especially if it's multiple people doing the same act to you as one person is. So let's say we're going back to Bob and Jimmy. Bob go gets his friends, his little posse, and then Jimmy is over here, and Jimmy's just like, still gonna dance. And then Bob comes back with his group, and they're all telling him that he's weird and creepy, and then Bob just ruins Jimmy's life, because Jimmy is just enjoying life, and now all these other people are hurting him. So then it becomes hard to ignore. And so if someone is making fun of you, do tell an adult, and if an adult doesn't do anything about it, then go tell your parents. If your parents don't do anything about it, then tell your friends. If your friends aren't being good to you and they don't do anything about it, then, you gotta keep telling people, because eventually those people will stop. Or, find a way to avoid those people as much as you can. I know that's hard to do when you're in a small town or in a small school. But if those people are really bothering you, you need to, and you can't, and you've told everyone and no one will do anything about it, then you need to find a way to get your schedule changed. Or if it's at your work, you need to find a way to get different hours or something like that, If you are in depression and you don't know who to go to, I'm always here. I have a bunch of social media. I'll put all my links down below. I have Twitter. I have I have a Facebook page. I have Instagram. You can go to all those, and I will try to help you out as best as I can. My challenge for anyone who watches this video is to do something nice for someone you don't know. And it doesn't have to be something big. It just do something nice for someone. Go to when you go to a store, hold the door open for someone. When you go to Walmart and you see someone with a shirt that you like, compliment them on that shirt. You know, compliment someone, hold the door open for someone, help someone across the street, whatever you like. Just do something nice for someone. And remember to be nice to people. Kindness kills, apparently. I don't know, I haven't really tried it yet. And if you are having problems with anything, tell somebody about it and make sure you get help with that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. I hope it made you feel better. And I will see you all some other day.